Hey guys, Link the Hero of Time 550, and so today I wanted to show you guys how you all can make your very own Tarantula Island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So there is already a Tarantula Island that you can go to, but you have to be really lucky to get there. So there's a way to actually make your own, believe it or not. So what you gotta do is come over here to the machine and get a Nook Miles ticket. And now what this will allow you to do is this will allow you to travel to an island. And basically we're going to be traveling to just, normal island, nothing special. And we're going to be making it so that a bunch of tarantulas can spawn and we can just get a bunch of money from it. Now each tarantula you get is, I believe, 8,000 a piece, so you can get a lot of money pretty quickly. Now the only tools you'll need before you actually have to go is a shovel, an axe, a net, a vaulting pole, and a ladder, and of course your ticket. So I'll see you guys at the island. Alright guys, so here we are on the island. Now, unfortunately we are going to have a decent amount of work to do before we can actually get these tarantulas to come. Now, on this island, there is actually no like upper regions for you to go to, so thankfully the flatter your island the better, but if you have, upper regions, that's completely fine too. It's just, it's a lot easier if you just have a flatter island. So basically, now what we have to do is dig up any and all fossils or anything that's in the dirt here. We have to take off any and all flowers from plants. Now you don't have to actually, unroot them with your shovel. You just have to, take the flowers off the top of them. We have to also pick up any weeds and cut down any trees or bamboo shoots or just anything. And lastly, we do need to break as many rocks as possible. Preferably all of them, so that you'll have the most amount of flat space. So I'll see you guys once I get all that done. Alright guys, so one thing that I actually recommend doing is, before you break the rocks, I think that you should get as many of these, like, iron rocks as you can. No, like, the clay and stuff doesn't really matter, but it's just, the iron will help if any of your tools break. Then, you can take any sticks or wood that you get from the trees, and you can basically, make new tools if you need to, or upgrade tools that you can buy from the Birdman over here. Alright guys, so I'm just about done with my island now. Now, there's only a couple things that I have to do, and unfortunately I wasn't able to cut down all of my palm trees on the beach. I don't know if you need to do them, but I do the palm trees just to be safe. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't have enough. My axe broke. So I'm pretty sure that you do actually have to cut out... Bro. I did want to show you guys that you guys do actually have to break these rocks too that are on your island. So to do that, all you gotta do is eat a fruit, which coconuts are always good for that. So even if you don't have any fruit on the island like me, you can just eat a coconut or any kind of fruit really, and then hit it with your shovel or axe and it should just break open. And then scare any bugs away. And with this, now your island's pretty much set up. The only thing you got left to do now at this point is you have to drop all of your items on the shoreline here. So like right before the water, just drop all your items, just drop everything. The only thing you're really going to need is your net, pretty much. And maybe a vaulting pole. No. I did get lucky this time actually. I didn't really have to... I have a flat island, so I don't really have to worry about needing a vaulting pole or ladder. But in some cases you might need them. And the island is randomly generated, so definitely bring them with you if you have the chance. So, just so that, in case you get a certain island that does have maybe a higher point or even a river that goes through the middle, then you'll be prepared. So, I'm just going to continue emptying my stuff and I'll come back to you guys when I'm done. Our island is ready. Now the reason why we put all our stuff on the shoreline is, one, so that, if we were to put it in the middle, then, more tarantulas can spawn actually on the island. If, you put items all around the outside, that way they don't spawn like right on the shoreline. So that's one reason why we do that. Also, it's just so that we don't get confused if we see, items in the middle. We won't be confused if it's a tarantula or maybe a seashell or something, So, you don't have to touch the seashells, by the way, since they're already all on the shoreline. But if you see these wharf roaches, run away towards them. If you see any other bugs other than tarantulas, just run at them and then they should go away. So, you know, if you have any trees up and you're like me, you know, always check your trees, but pretty soon you should start noticing some tarantulas will spawn. And there's one right now, actually. So, I'm just gonna slowly come over to him. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool. So, if you get bit, hopefully you will just respawn right here. So, you know, you don't have to worry about all your progress being lost, so there's no real threat. So, thankfully that's nice. And like I said, the flatter the island is, the better, because then you'll have more of a chance of actually getting one of these. So, here we go. There's our first tarantula caught. And now, you can do a couple things. You can decide to, you know, empty, like for me, like I don't really need to bring any of these other tools, so, you know, if you really don't care about your tools that much, you can just drop all of them by the beach and then just forget about them. And I think that's what I'm going to do, just to maximize the amount of tarantulas I can get, so I can get even more money in the end. So, you know, it's up to you what you decide to do, but personally, like I said, I just like to keep only my net, especially for this island, so that's what I'm going to do. And now all you got to do at this point is just keep walking in circles around your island, basically. Maybe not circles, but, you know, just keep walking around towards the middle, towards the bottom. Just wait for more and more tarantulas to spawn. Now, these wharf roaches will spawn a lot, so be sure to check the top left and right corners to make sure that no more really spawn. Because as you can see, there were 4 there. But now we should be good, so we should be seeing some tarantulas soon, hopefully. The only real downside to this technique is that it can be a bit tedious at times, and it can take quite a long time, you know, to set it all up, and then to actually, actually catch all the spiders. But, you know, once you get it, you actually get a really decent chunk of money, so I think it's pretty worth it, despite all of the setup for it. One thing that I also wanted to show was that the spiders can actually spawn on rocks and sand. So definitely be sure to watch out for those too. You might not only have wharf roaches spawning on your rocks, so definitely, you know, when you're walking around your island, be sure to walk slowly no matter where you go. I know it is kind of slow and tedious and boring, but still it's useful just so you don't get bit. Sometimes your net will break, and you know, if worse comes to worse, all you gotta do is come over to Wilbur over here and pick out the tool that you need. And then if you were lucky enough and you had the tools you need to upgrade that on your island, in your items that you picked up when you first came here, then go look for the items that you'll need. Alright guys, so I got all the tarantulas that I needed, and unfortunately I forgot to hit record, but I did actually sell all of them here, and I will show you guys the total that I actually have here. Now keep in mind this was from 2 different trips, you know, this one that I just did, and then a one that I did a little bit earlier. But as you can see, if you look at the bottom for today's total, I sold nothing else in this box. It was only the tarantulas, and after 2 trips, I got it up to 345,600 bells in just 2 trips, which only took me about roughly 40 minutes to an hour each trip. You know, of course your times may vary depending on how, you know, nice the island is to you. Like I said, my personal experiences, the flat islands are much better, just because the spiders tend to like to spawn more there. But you know, depending on, you know, a bunch of different things, it might take you a little less time, but sometimes it might take you a little more time. Either way though, we got a whole ton of money in just 2 trips. So yeah, sorry I couldn't show you guys me selling them. I forgot to hit the record button before, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.